I've just finished cooking some bacon, and any Southern cook worth their salt knows that we cannot get rid of this bacon grease. There are all kinds of great things that you can do with bacon grease. From seasoning vegetables like collard greens, turnip greens, green beans, making a dressing for a spring salad, all kinds of things. It's liquid gold and you cannot get rid of it. Now, one of the easiest ways to keep bacon grease is just to simply strain it into something like a plain glass jar with a tight fitting lid. I have a plain coffee filter here that we're just going to fit right down inside. You can also use a paper towel, but I find that a coffee filter works best. And we're just going to slowly strain any of the pieces of bacon that didn't make it back out right into the jar. It takes a few minutes for it to soak through. You got to let the coffee filter get saturated and it'll drain on right through. And then all you have to do is seal that lid on there, pop it in the refrigerator or the freezer. You know, people ask me all the time about how long does bacon grease keep? And my response is, why? You shouldn't have to worry about that. You should use it before it spoils. I usually keep it in my refrigerator for a few months or even longer in the freezer. My grandmother always kept it either on the back of the stove or under the cabinet. And that's probably not the best way to do it. So I usually recommend that people keep it in the refrigerator or the freezer. You know, I also get questions a lot about using frying oil. Can you reuse it? I do reuse my frying oil, vegetable oil, things like that. Same process. You can strain it, put it in a mason jar. I like to keep oils and things in glass or metal containers rather than plastic. I don't typically save oil from things like shrimp or fish. If you reuse that oil, whatever you cook, if you're cooking fried green tomatoes and you made fried shrimp yesterday, your fried green tomatoes are going to taste like fried shrimp. So I typically discard oil when I cook seafood and things like that. But fried green tomatoes, any kinds of those things are great to reuse the oil for French fries or whatever else it may be. So that's a really simple way that you can impart some flavor by reusing your bacon grease and be a little economical by reusing some of your frying oil.